So, well, we were going to head down to the pits to Oliver, but of course they've let the DD2 and the DD2 Masters. Hopefully we might be able to catch up with Spain's Philip Vava a little bit later on this weekend. But we now have our final qualifying heat of the day here in Kristianstad, and it's Nikolaj Steen with Alexander Dahlberg alongside on the front row with Emil Antonsson and Dionysius Liveris on row 2. Johan Andersson and Matthias Lund, row 3. Piotr Wisnicki, Zenderu, row 4. Christoph Adams and Silvert Moiland, row 5. Matthias Dahl and Rupe Markkanen, row 6. William van der Kaj, Max Fleischmann, row 7. Euripides Hatzi Stefanis and Slavomir Moransky, row 8. Thomas Piert, Maris Soli Paulsen and Michael Becker rounding out the 19-strong grid. So, 10 minutes plus an additional lap to conclude the day's action here in Kristianstad in Sweden. And we've had quite a few dramas along the way, but the main thing is that everyone that has been involved in any dramas today is they're all fine at the moment, so no problems there. Of course, with the action being as charged as it has been all day, it has kept race control and the stewards very busy. But I'm sure that we should hopefully have a really good, entertaining race between the DD2 and the DD2 Masters this afternoon here in Sweden. So, top 10 are as follows. Steen from Dahlberg, Antonsson, Liveris, Andersson, Lund, Wisnicki, Deru, Adams and Moiland. That is your top 10 as they are now getting into formation. This is the final qualifying heat of the day before we go into day 2 for round 2 of the 2018 season. Revs rise and we are off and away, and it looks like the number 408 of Matthias Lund has just literally stormed past everybody in front as goes into the lead of the race. That was incredible from the number 408. Oh, and we've got contact at the back of the field going into turn number 3. So 3 karts involved there. So Lund leads from, looks like that's Dahlberg, who's now taken the lead of the very impetuous number 408, I must say, on that start. And in third place, we've got the 409 of Antonsson as well. 435, Deru is in fourth. Fifth will be, looks to be Liveris as well. Sixth, I think, is Moiland, as the leaders now come across the start-finish line to complete lap number 1, as the number 408 is at it again. Antonsson is coming under pressure from Lund, who has retaken second now. But behind them is Deru, who has really got the bit between his teeth, and it looks like there's been a change for second yet again. And there's more changes for position. I think that's Deru that's trying to go for second. There's contact. Oh, major contact. Zenderu just hit the back bumper, I think, of Antonsson going into turn 5. It unsettled the front of the kart, but Zenderu caught that mightily there, as there's more bumping and boring up and down the field. So Deru nearly lost the front bumper on his kart by that manoeuvre, but he kept that on the black stuff. Nice work by the 435. However, that has dropped him down a place or two in the running order. Leaders now coming along, and Alex Dahlberg is leading the way ahead of Antonsson. Liveris now up into third place, so the Greek driver has struck whilst the iron was hot, so to speak. Ahead of Lund in the 408. Deru now fifth, ahead of Markkanen, Andersson. Fleischmann, in the meantime, has made his way from 14th. He's now up into 8th place. So the German is also on a charge and is looking to get past a few more of his opponents just up in front as the field now comes through turn number 6. More changes up and down the order. Christoph Adams now in the 555 up into 9th place. Wisnicki up into 10th, Dahl 11th, Moiland now 12th, Van der Kaj 13th ahead of Piat, Moransky in 15th, Hatzi Stefanis 16th ahead of Steen and Paulsen, with Becker at the tail end of the field as Dahlberg continues to lead. And Fleischmann's at it again. The German is charging. He's made up another 2 places on that lap. He's now up into 6th. So Max Fleischmann started 14th. We're now 7 minutes plus an additional lap to go in this DD2 and DD2 Masters final qualifying heat. And the German has got the fire in his belly, and I tell you what, it's definitely helped him, because now he is making moves up and down the field like it's no tomorrow. He definitely wants to make an impression and wants to also help his qualification, help his chances in terms of the finals for tomorrow. And we're just seeing what Max Fleischmann is capable of doing here in this championship. He's shown that at Genk, starting 16th in the first final and finished second. So Dahlberg now, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen, because Max Fleischmann has just gone fastest of anybody in this race. 53.326 from the 4:04, and he's just 2/10 off Zenderu, and I think he's just made the move. He has! The German's now up into 5th position, and I think he's just saying to Deru, let's go and get the guys in front of us. I tell you what, that's not a bad idea, because in front he's got Dionysius Liveris in 4th, Matthias Lund in 3rd. He's also got Antonsson, Emil Antonsson, and Alexander Dahlberg leading the way, but Dahlberg is a country mile ahead of the German at the moment, but we still have 5.5 minutes or so plus an additional lap left in this race. So Dahlberg continues to lead. The gap now is 1.76 seconds, as Fleischmann was nearly 3/10 of a second quicker than the man in front, Dionysius Liveris. So Fleischmann is gunning for not just 4th, I think. He's got 5.25 minutes, plus an additional lap to do it. So out of the... and Fleischmann is running on the same pace. But the person that's just set the fastest lap of this race so far, Nikolai Steen, who started in 1st and is now currently running in 14th place, has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far, 53.126. So, Dahlberg continues to lead. Antonsson 2nd, Lund in 3rd, Liveris in 4th, Fleischmann 5th. And Dahlberg just reclaims the fastest lap honour at the minute, 53.036. So the Swede is definitely showing a clear line of sight between himself and Antonsson in the 4:09, who's got Matthias Lund with him, Dionysius Liveris in 4th, Max Fleischmann from Germany having started 14th, now up into 5th position, Zenderu now 6th ahead of Markkanen, Adams, Wisnicki and Andersson, rounding out the top 10. It looks like the two battles between Antonsson and Lund and Liveris and Fleischmann. Now Fleischmann has really got good purchase. He's keeping in touch with Dionysius Liveris for 4th place. So there is still time. 3.5 minutes plus an additional lap to go. Top 10 at the minute. It's Dahlberg from Antonsson, Lund from Liveris, from Fleischmann, Deru, Markkanen, Adams, Wisnicki and Andersson. Top 10 separated by just over 5.3 seconds. Fastest lap still is being held by Alexander Dahlberg in the 4:16. The Swede has just done a 52.841. So as Lund was very close to the back bumper of Antonsson for 2nd, as is Fleischmann on the back bumper of Dionysius Liveris. But in the meantime, Zenderu is now closing on the German as well. Not to probably the gap that he wants, but the top 6 drivers have just gone sub 53 seconds, all in one fell swoop. Then you also have Wisnicki, Adams, Andersson. That's 8th to 10th. Steen, 52.9. Dahlberg again sets the fastest lap of the race of 52.801. As there we go. Lund goes up the inside of Antonsson for 2nd place. And the battle's re-emerged again, but this is allowing Dionysius Liveris, Max Fleischmann and Zenderu to sort of latch on to the back of this 2-kart squabble with around 2 minutes and 10 seconds plus an additional lap left to go in this race. And I don't think that Lund is going to hold on for much longer, because the way that The way that Antonsson is looking, he's looking very racy, as is Liveris, as is Fleischmann. Don't count out Daru. Wisnicki and Adams now up into 7th and 8th, ahead of Markkanen and Andersson. So through turn 3 go the quintet that are battling effectively, I think, for what is from 2nd to 6th place. And there's still over 90 seconds of this race remaining. And it could come down to the wire, as Lund was very opportunistic trying to get past Antonsson, made it stick, but in the process has slightly left the pair of them exposed to, with regards to possibility of having overtakes done on them by both Liveris, Fleischmann, Daru, and Fleischmann is closing on the back bumper of Dionysius Liveris going through the final corner. So it's literally line astern. So Lund from Antonsson, Liveris and Fleischmann, that is 2nd to 5th, as Fleischmann is right on the back bumper of the Greek, going through into turn 2. Now into turn 3 they go. So 49 seconds on the clock plus an additional lap. The gap between Alex Dahlberg and Matthias Lund last time around was just under 2.95 seconds. And it's going to be a comfortable win, I think, for the Swede. So Lund is coming under pressure from Antonsson, who's got Liveris and Fleischmann. Then you also got Daru as well. So that's the roundup of the top 6. And the best lap of the race has come from the leading, I think it's the leading DD2 Masters driver, Christophe Adams from Belgium. The treble 5 has just gone faster. Well, did actually for a second there. 52.599, and then Alex Dahlberg pulled out a 52.512. So time has now counted down and expired. So Alex Dahlberg now extends his lead over Matthias Lund to 3.175 seconds, with Emil Antonsson in 3rd. And yes, the change has happened. Max Fleischmann has now got past Dionysius Liveris. And also here comes Zendaru on the back bumper of the Greek driver. So it's I don't think Liveris is safe or secure in 5th position yet, because Daru is looking to put one past. Could it come on the final lap? Well, we have one lap to find out. Final lap it is of the day here in Kristianstad, with Alexander Dahlberg leading by 3.5 seconds from Matthias Lund, Emil Antonsson, and it looks like there was an attempt by somebody. Looks like Zendaru has just is almost about to lose out to Wisnicki. He tried going past, I think, Dionysius Liveris, and nearly the attempt nearly came asunder because the Polish driver was behind. But here we go, it's fast approaching the end of the racing action here. Checkered flag is being prepared for one of Sweden's very own. It's the number 416 of Alexander Dahlberg, who crosses the start-finish line now. And who's going to take 2nd? Matthias Lund takes it from Antonsson. Fleischmann in 4th. Liveris, Wisnicki, Daru, Adams, Steen and Markkanen complete the top 10, with Christophe Adams being the top of the DD2 Masters contingent. So that concludes the racing action here in Kristianstad in Sweden. And let's run you through for the final time today the finishing order for qualifying heat number 3 for the DD2 and the DD2 Masters. A dominant display from lights out to checkered flag when he hit the front by Alexander Dahlberg from Sweden, winning on home soil by 3.627 seconds ahead of Matthias Lund, who started 6th and finished in 2nd. Emil Antonsson rounded out the top 3 ahead of the very feisty and very impressive, once again, German by the name of Max Fleischmann, who started 14th and finished in 4th place. Then it was Dionysius Liveris, Piotr Wisnicki, Zendaru, Christophe Adams, Nikolai Steen, also Rupe Markkanen rounding out the top 10 ahead of Johan Andersson, William van der Kaj, Sivert Moiland, Matthias Dahl, Slavomir Moransky, Euripides Hassi-Stefanis, Thomas Piert and Michael Becker being the last of the 18 strong, with Paulsen unfortunately a retiree at the end of what was effectively 4 laps.